interesting here is that Claire Foy, as I say, has spoken out about the sort of, wide berth, shall we say, about who was paid for what on each episode. The thing that I find strange about this is obviously, people are saying, why she brought this up now? Why didn't she speak out about this during the production? Well, according to her on this particular interview, she didn't feel she could. It was the very start of it, and she didn't necessarily know. In fact, she said she wasn't too upset. She just couldn't understand why bosses had decided to do that. Let me tell you how this actually really works. Claire needs to sell a brand new TV show. She needs something that puts her back in the spotlight, get people talking about her. So by talking about the gender pay gap, of course, that's really what gets people talking about her. We're doing it now. Many people might say that she should have been grateful, of course, to land such a prestigious role, taking on such an iconic character. Absolutely. A real life living monarch. Absolutely. But the bottom line is, of course, when you're selling anything in this particular world right now, you have to have some controversy. You have to have some sort of, shall we say, jeopardy to make sure that people take notice of you. Also, when you think about this would have made Claire incredibly rich because of the repeats and the fact that it's been streamed literally all around the world. Now, as I say, she was a really sweet, down-to-earth girl, and you can understand the way that the marketing and the PR teams behind that particular new show that she has will have advised her and said, say this. But sometimes, isn't it strange? Because while a lot of people think that the very first two series of The Crown, which starred her and Matt Smith, were simply the best, now it would appear that everybody will be looking for that sort of gleeful look as if he's getting paid more than me, I'm unhappy. You get the picture. Either way, if you do want to visit The Crown, I would recommend these two particular stars in their very first big roles in that. Other than that, don't forget that the actual sort of, shall we say, storyline are very stretched, and we didn't necessarily know that at the beginning. But as Claire told me, playing such an iconic person as Queen Elizabeth was absolutely wonderful because most people have played it in her older years, and she was able to take on the very young, vibrant, and beautiful Princess Elizabeth. And for that, we have to be grateful, pay or no pay. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.